Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. This is a channel where I look at Pokemon cards, primarily focusing on the artwork. Today's probably my last look at Black Bolt White Flare. Not everything's arrived yet, just a few of the reverse Pokeballs have yet to arrive. But I don't foresee me buying anything else, even though there are cards I don't have for the set because I didn't go completist. I've got everything I wanted, I think. So, well, I'll just do a quick tour through this, and then I'm going to look at my favourite cards of the set. So what I've done is I've completed the regular set in reverse Pokeball. I haven't completed it in Master Ball. I've only got the Master Balls of things that I'm collecting either for a species or for an artist collection. I'm going to do a review, a judgment of the art rares, and yes, the special art rares, at the end of this video. This is the second part of the video. But before I go to that, because they're not really comparable, art rares have an advantage, big advantage. I'm going to just point out the cards that I think really succeeded in the regular set. So I thought Oswaldo Cato doing these three was very, very strong. This is the Swaddle, Swadloon and Levani. Wasn't particularly thrilled, even though I love Sabateri's work. They're okay. Felicia Chen, I think, missed on this Virizion. I love Felicia Chen's work. I just don't particularly like this card. Tazero did okay with the Tepig line, but wasn't particularly impressed by it. Julie Hang's work with the Simisear and Pansear and Simisear, I thought was very, very good. Rika's work I didn't particularly warm to, even though I am a big fan of Rika's work. I felt this is a bit forgettable. Let's have a look at this page. On here, Yu Yoka, always very good, although, you know, it's not a particularly interesting card. Bantujo's Cofagrigus and Yamask were good. Haru Akasaka's Archeops, Archon and Archeops impressed me. Everything else is decent. It's, you know. Kishin did Mienfu, who I'm a big fan of. I collect Mienfu and Mienshao. I thought the Mienfu was absolutely brilliant. Probably the best of the non-art rare cards, art-wise. I didn't think the Mienshao was particularly strong. I thought Okobo's Trubbish and Garbodor were really, really good. And I thought Kodama's Dino and Zuelis were also really good. I think So has done a great job with the doggies. I am biased, obviously, because I collect Lillipup and it's a favourite Pokemon of mine. But I thought all the doggies were very well done. The Herdier and the Stoutland, very well done by So. So yeah, I've got all the reverses for this set. As you can see, they're all... these are the Master Balls over here for the collection. Some of the Master Balls we've got more later on. Moving into Black Bolt, because I think that was White Flare. I get confused. I think, yeah, that was White Flare. Looking at Black Bolt, if they're upside down, it's because I'm waiting for the reverse to come in the post. It's ordered. If they're the right way up, it's because I've got the reverse. What was strong here? I thought the Snivy was nice. I thought Kuromitsu did a great job here with Pan Sage. Yeah. Didn't particularly like the Simisage though. Melee did okay with this Lilligant. Mingo did a good job with this Maractus here. And Kurataso did a good job with the Fungus. I didn't think the Mungus was a bit forgettable. Satoma did the Chandelure line. It's nice. It's nicely done. I like, you know, the fact that you've got Litwick with candles, Lampant with lamps, and chandelier in front of a chandelier. Thought those were good. I can't remember the artist of this one. Makura Tomi did the Pan Pour. I thought that is a nicely done card. I find it hard to say Simipour is a nice card because I just can't stand the Pokemon. And Gemi did a nice job with these two, especially the Tortuga. Uyama, Cubchoo, and Berarctic are fun. They're not really my thing, but they're fun. Okacheki was really strong with this Drillbur. I thought this was a very beautiful card. Really, really good card. But I love Okacheki's work most of the time. What else? I thought this was quite a good... I don't know this artist. This is Tamatoshi Tamatoshi. Okay, let's try and do it. Okay, I'm going to try and do this one. It's Okayama Takatoshi. Okayama Takatoshi is the art. Okayama Takatoshi is the artist for this Scolipede line, and I thought that they were very, very well done. I mean, not totally blowing me away, but very, very strong art. Oku, I thought the Bisharp was good. I thought the Pawniard was not. Tiger Kasai did the Haxorus line, very nice, especially Fracture. Tomomiyazaki did the birds. I like that. Those are very nice, simple but nice. And Akayozaki did Chinchino Minchino, and I think they're both nice, but I think the Chinchino is a much stronger illustration. So that's a look at the regular cards. I've also got various other Master Balls at the end of the file that I'll be putting into my artist collections and stuff. So these are all Pokemon that I it's either Pokemon I collect or artists I collect, or in some cases both. What I'm going to do now is go through all... I'm going to pull out all the art rares, which is going to take me a long time. I should have done this ahead of time, but I'll just pull out one example of things that I've got repeatedly. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to what do you call it? I'm going to give them a grading between A to D, A, B, or C, and we'll find out. I haven't done this, I haven't prepared this. I don't know what I'm actually going to grade anything. But if you're seeing a card here, it's because I've liked it enough that I'm considering it for being good artwork, or it's a species that I collect. But most of the time, it's because nearly all of these cards, I have bought them because I thought the artwork was strong. There's a couple that are a bit weaker, or I pulled, so I didn't have a choice about. But I only opened one box of each of Black Bolt and White Flare. So this is a very dull video, watching me pull cards out of a binder. We'll get there eventually. So there are just so many art rares in this set. Let me talk about something else while I'm doing this, because there's another subject I just wanted to touch upon. I was watching somebody's video on YouTube, and they were talking about how all content creators on all PokeTubers talk about money. It's all about money, and I was thinking, hang on a sec, I don't talk about money as such on my channel. That's not the primary focus of why I look at cards. So I thought, well, I'm not in that category. But then I thought about it, and I thought, well, maybe I do talk about money, and I don't even realize I'm talking about money. I don't know. I hope I don't, because that's certainly not... let me be completely transparent. I mean, sometimes I will do a review of a set, like, let's go extreme. Skyridge, okay? I will show my Skyridge cards, which I'm very proud of. I love my Skyridge cards. I'm very pleased that I got the collection. I know they're worth something, but I don't tend to harp on about them being worth whatever. I hope not, anyway. It would really upset me if that had come across on my videos as being my primary focus, that I'm sort of bragging about how much money I've got in a file with these cards, but because that's not my primary interest in them. I mean, I'm never going to sell my cards. They'll never become money for me. They might for whoever inherits my estate. If they don't have a particular interest in them, they might just say, oh, well, I'll sell these cards. And then it'll be of financial interest to them, but it's not how I see them. So anyway, that was a ramble. I'm going to bring the camera in. Jada, 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 jada. And we're going to look at all of these cards, and I'm going to put them into piles. These two I'm not putting... these two really can't be judged because they're statement pieces, and I bought them because I like them as statement pieces. I think they're interesting design. They memorialize the set, but from an artwork perspective, I can't really judge them. From a graphic design perspective, I think they're very well designed. The concept of them is really strong, and the actual execution of them, the choice of texturing, where the hollow is, the actual rendering of the Pokemon, really strong cards. They look nice, but I can't judge them on art because they're different. So these are the cards I'm going to judge, and I'm just going to quickly, as quickly as I can, go through them and say, well, look at them to start with, and say whether they're going to go into A, B. We'll go A, B, C. So really strong, good, quite good, or really strong, excellent, good. And then if there's any that don't quite even fit into that, they'll be put in a sort of D. Or this is Gemi doing a Swanna. I do like Gemi's work. I don't particularly like Swanna. I'm also going to talk about the fact that I'm going to have to try and counter my innate bias against certain Pokemon, or I suppose my favoritism of certain Pokemon is the same thing. But there are a lot of Pokemon that I might say, I don't like that Pokemon, so it's going to taint how I see the artwork and how I judge the picture. Swanna is not a Pokemon I'm particularly fond of. However, I'm afraid that's good. I'm going to give that a C grade for Gemi there. I think it's good, but it doesn't blow me away. We've got Mingo doing Sigilyph here. A Sigilyph, not a Pokemon I like. However, the use of colours here, the pop art, vibrant colours here, are excellent. The looking up through the skylight above looks like in a pyramid or something with the, I don't know. I think it's a very, very well designed card. Put together very well, executed very well. I'm going to give that a B grade. Landorus by Shi Nanahara. I'm going to... sorry, I got distracted there. My brother tried to phone me, so it's just saying no. I will call him back later. Shi Nanahara has done Landorus here. I don't particularly like Landorus. It's okay. It's not too bad. I love Shi Nanahara. So those are my biases. I'm going to put that in the A category. I think that's a very strong piece of artwork. Matazo, big fan of Matazo. Lipard, quite like Lipard. As to this card, I think it's beautiful, and I'm going to put it in the A category. Virizion by Kodama, love Kodama, quite like Virizion. I'm going to give it B. Yoshida has done Minchino. I love Minchino. I would normally put that in a C, but I think that the way they've done these flowers is really nicely done. It just gets into the B category here. Cinchino. Cinchino is by Tonno, and I love Cinchino. I'm going to give that a B. It's so hot here today, I'm dripping. It is really, really sunny blue sky. I've just been to see Superman at the cinema, which was nice to be in a dark, cold, air-conditioned environment. Yoshioka has done this unpheasant. I'm going to give that an A. Don't particularly like the Pokemon. The artist isn't one I collect, but there we go. Kishin, who is an artist I do collect, has done Cottony. There are things about it I like, the background. I don't like how big Cottony is. I'm going to put that in C. Tranquil has been done by Kochihachi. I think it's actually a very well done card. Doesn't quite get as high as the Unpheasant. Kamanabe has done Bravery. I'm a huge fan of Kamanabe. I love Bravery, and that's an A. Koroi Marie has done Chandelure. I'm actually going to give that a B. Sorry, it's excellent, but not top tier. Nel has done Scraggy. I think I'm going to give that an A, actually. Dear. Aspara has done Tunpole. It's very good. Nakamura has done Caracosta. I can see why people like it. I'm afraid I'm going to put it in the C category. This is Suzuki doing My Darling Mienfu. I love Mienfu. I think that's a really nice card. However, it's in comparison to the Mienshao, which we're about to see, it can't be in the same league, so it has to be in that category. Rika's done Cryogonal. Very dull Pokemon. Like Rika's work. It's a little bit, I mean, it's very clever, very beautifully done, but it's a bit dull. So it's going to go C there. Yamata Katoshi, or whatever the name is, has done this Clang, and it's actually, I mean, it's difficult Pokemon to do anything interesting with, but I'm going to give it the C. Ferrothorn by Minahamu. I quite like the concept of it. Execution is okay, but the idea of Ferrothorn climbing through the trees like that is very interesting. I still think it's only going to get in the C category. It's just not quite strong enough. Hungry Clicker has done Cabalion. I do like Cabalion. It's getting a B. Right. Hatsuya Uki, who I collect, has done Mienshao, who I adore. Terufu has done this Bishop, or Bishops, and Pawniards. I actually think it's quite good, yeah. Natsumi Miyanose, who I adore, and who has done one of my favorite Pokemon here, Blitzel. Golurk by Mizuno, Shinya Mizuno. I really like the Pokemon. I think it's somewhere in this zone. I think it's just going to fall short. Uninori. Ayako Ozaki has done Axio. It's very good, really, really good. Lovely, you know, the layout, design, everything. Very strong card, but not quite good enough to get in the top. Whereas Yu Yoka's by Fracture by Yu Yoka, very strong. Don't like Haxorus, don't particularly like that card, even though it's a Kagi. Okay, Tomomi Ozaki has done Imauga. I'm actually going to say it's not a particularly strong card. Minaminari Take has done Crustal. I think it's very good, but I still... no, I think it deserves a B. Gigalith was done by Toihachi. Yeah, I don't like the Pokemon at all, but given that it's such a crappy Pokemon, they've done a really good job on that. I love collect Korea's work. Still don't actually like that because it annoys me. It's not central, whatever. Tiger Kazai has done this Aselgor. I love Tiger Kazai's work. This is not typical of their work at all. I think that's actually a really strong card. Yeah, I just don't like Aselgor, but it still gets in the A pile. Nanako has done a Yamask. It's very strong. Harakasaka has done Cophagragus. It's very strong, but it... no, it's going to stay there. Shiburingaru has done whatever he's called, Terrakion. Yeah, it's very good. Rend has done Zeb Striker. Love Rend, don't actually like that card. Bucci. Yeah, Bucci's interesting me. I think I will be collecting their work. This fungus is very good. Very, very good. I'm tempted to put it in the A category because it is so well done. Funnily enough, it's this quadrant up here which I think is so strong. The outlines of these funguses and these leaves and the trees. And for the time being, I am going to put it up there. Yeah. Okubo has done the Among Us. Love Okubo. Actually, let's just put it there. Yes, Yasukuni has done this very, very super saturated Conkeldurr. Kazutaka. I don't know this artist. I don't know them well enough to talk about them. The Gollet. I think it's a bit weak. It's okay. It's sort of halfway between there and there. It's not terrible. This is by Aoki. Nice to see another card by Aoki. Can't stand this Pokemon, but it's really well drawn. Yoshimi Miyashi. Mizui has done this. Goodness me, why am I... Mushana. Yeah, okay, it says it here. Yeah. Oku has done the Scolipede. A little bit too dark, perhaps. Just a little bit too dark, and it's somewhere... I think it's in this category. Don't like the Pawniard. Kurimitsu has done this Whirlipede. It's okay. I don't particularly like this. Sabateri has done a Pokemon I really can't stand, and I'm sorry, I can't overcome that fact, even though it's a Sabateri artwork. Tommy has done... that's so cute. That is so cute. That's going there. That's going there. The Dino by Tezero. Interesting setting. I'd like to know, I'd like to talk to them about their concept of why they've done this. It's very well done. Okacheke. I think this is a miss by Okacheke. I think the composition is very strange, and these flowers here, and when you combine them with the energy symbols that are overlaid, make it very messy and confused. This blurry leaves in the foreground to give the impression of looking down through the tree leaves to the hammock. I don't think it works, but compositionally it's a miss. That's a shame because Okacheke is so good, but for me it's a miss. Mizaki has done these little pan sages. 1, 2, 3. They're cute. I like them. Scav has done the Durant. It's interesting. It's just a little grey. Ghidorah has done the Ducklet. It's a little bit not grey. It's a little bit overly coloured. It's just incredibly in your face. Oh, I think for that reason it's got to go there. The Swaddle is by Nisimono. I love Nisimono. It's halfway between that. It's going to fall just into the B's, I think. Gotominori did this interesting little panacea, and I love the colour choices. It's okay. It's quite... Taira Kitsu. Now this is, oh my goodness. What am I going to say about this card? I love Taira Kitsu's work. Very similar to Atsuya Uki, but very, very distinctively their style. I love Duot. There's so much in this card, which is often the case with Akitsu's work. It's just incredibly complex. There's a story going on in this one image of Duet doing an assault course across a swimming pool with some floats and a lifesaver and some logs on some rope or string. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but the execution of it is superb. I don't know what to make of it. I just don't know what to make of that. I think it's got to go here. I think. But it's so confusing. Rianti Hidayat's done the Bouffalants. I love it. I think it's great, but it's only a B. Takumi Wada has done Hydreigon, and I think it's very nice, and I think it's a B. Satoma has done Reuniclus. I don't actually like it, I'm afraid. Not enough to rate it. Chibi has done Kyurem. Somewhere here. I think it's got to go there. And Fujimoto Gold has done Sandile. Love their work. Very interesting idea. I think it's going to go there. So those are my judgments on the cards. So we're going to edit down even further now. We're going to go to A1, A2, and A3. So go through these again. And actually, I think there's so few now. What I'm going to do is pick out my top. Well, how many do I have to get rid of? No, actually, there aren't so few, are there? I've got them. I like too many cards. So what have we got here? We've got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We've got 17. So what is not going to make my top 10? Well, I think Matazo's Lipard won't make my top 10. Kasai's Selgor won't make my top 10. The Curum's not going to make my top 10. The Scraggy won't make my top 10. I don't think the Fungus is going to make the top 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Still got to get rid of 2 more that won't be in the top 10. It's going to have to be the Among Us. And I think New Yorker's Fracture. Yeah, so these are going to be my top 10 cards from the two sets. And in 10th place, I'm going to put Do What? Simply because I'm so confused about what the story is, but it's so beautifully done. And it's such a cute Pokemon. So that's in 10th place. In 9th place, oh, this is tough because there are these basically are near flawless art rares to my eyes. In 9th place, I'm going to put Landorus by Shiina Nahara. In 8th place, I'm going to put I think I'm going to go for Kamanabe's Bravery. Sorry, Kamanabe, I love you dearly, but you know these are all so strong. 7th place, Miyoshi's Snivy. Yeah, Miyoshi's Snivy goes 7th. Sorry, I'll put these back on camera. In 6th place, I think the Unpheasant by Yoshioka, which leaves these as the top 5 cards for the set. Now, obviously, they are by artists I love, and some of them are species that I collect and therefore love. We have the heavy bias of Arita over here because, you know, Arita is my number one. But I've got to be very honest about it. So how do I rate these? I think in 5th place, Narumi Sato's Lillipup. Even though, I mean, God, it's such a good card. That is such a good card. No, sorry, I'm going to put Arita's Excadrill in 5th place. I do love it, you know, and I know I'm biased. I think just because of the color tones of it being so dour, it's too subdued. Just, you know, it's still in the top 5. It's great, and I think it's the last SAR that's still standing. So, yeah, that's that one. So then I will put this as my number 4, which means these are my top 3. And this is, as I often say, a Sophie's choice of picking your favourite child. In 3rd place, I'm going to put Unanori Crocodile. And in 2nd place, I'm going to put Atsuya Uki doing Mian Xiao, which means that my favourite card from this set has got to be Natsumi Miyanose doing my beloved Blitzel. This is my favourite card from the set. Look at how the eye just, oh my goodness. The reflection, the composition, the execution. It is fantastic. And the artist is great. The subject matter is great. So that is my winning card for these sets.